Hey everybody, welcome to another Blind Anime Talk with me, Blind Toes. And it's gonna be amazing and a lot of stuff to unpack and a lot of emotional and a little bit of a spooky type of thing. Because we're almost near October and it's Halloween time. Because everyone loves free candy. Yeah, today we will be doing my bad. I forgot to introduce my co-host. This is Joker Alice.
Hey guys, prepare all of your tissue box. Yeah, we're gonna kill your hearts just like we did with Planet.
Yes, and the anime will be Anohana, the flower we saw that day. So it is a lot of romance. Let's see, regret. Let's see, like kind of like a infatuation. Everything else in between.
The genres are more as follow. It's romance, suspense, tragedy, and drama.
Drama, a lot of drama. So
yeah, a lot of drama.
Yep. So I will throw the mic over to my co-host.
So the basic plot of this anime. It's about these.
Real quick. There will be spoilers, and you can only probably watch it now on watchcartoonsonline.com. So I looked up on Netflix.
Still, actually, if you are able to find the watchcartoons.com, you can watch it there. However, if you still have a Funimation account, you can watch it there. And if
I haven't checked there. Oh darn! Dang it!
That's literally where I watched it. And
I slipped.
If you have a Crunchyroll account, you can also find it there.
Darn! I slipped because I was mostly looking for Netflix and Hulu. My bad.
Well, I always checked everywhere because now we have. Oh my god, we have. Let's see. Okay, there's obviously the website that we use, but then Funimation is still active, and they still like none of their library has gone away, and they're still getting. They're not getting new stuff, but all of the like returning things they are definitely getting. That's why you can still watch Overlord season 2, The Devil's a Part-Timer season 2, Clash of the Elite season 2, like things like shows like that are returning that they had before. But then there's also Crunchyroll, there's Hulu, there's Netflix.
I can take out my hat
there's
now.
Also the High Dive app, which is the stuff that Sentai Films subs and dubs, and then now you have Disney Plus starting to get into
like the anime realm.
Yeah, so there's just a lot of places right now, and it's a bit overwhelming. I know.
Yeah. So because we need to do that because we tend to forget to do all that stuff first. And again, there will be a big old spoiler warning too. So
yeah, there's definitely spoiler, and it is in English sub and English sub. So the plot of it overall, it's about these kids who used to be very close to each other, tight knit, but then unfortunately one of them, a girl by the name of Mako, but they all gave each other nicknames. So throughout the whole show, if you just see us referring to her as Menma, that's why the same will be for the rest. There's
nicknames for the other five.
Jinta,
Popo,
Suriko, Mount Suyuki, and
I couldn't remember all of them. So like the last guy, I just remember Popo.
I can't remember the name of the last guy because I think they only mentioned a couple times. It's just all the others they mentioned it so much. But then come on. They all go by nicknames, and the nicknames are Menma, Jintan, Yukiatsu, Suriko, and Popo. So if you see us referring
Popo and Uryu, like the girl, like the one other girl too.
Oh, Anri, not Uryu.
Yeah. Okay.
There's
Anri.
Yeah, Anri. Okay. So that's why if you see us referring to them by those nicknames, because that's although they call each other by their names, there were most of the times they were calling each other by their
nicknames.
nicknames, so that stuck to us more.
Oh, and hey, Chris from LVC. I'm doing good. Chris from
Oh, hey, Chris. We're good. Just here to unpack the heavy anime. So, ready your tissue box. So, Men was the girl who ended up dying and
drowning, basically.
Yeah, she drowns. I mean, they don't really explain how she drowned, but it's it's kids. She most likely just unfortunately fell
Like
down
yeah,
the
just like
and
felt like because like my guess though was accidentally fell down the hill and then like into the water.
Well, there's a scene that alludes to it, like, and we'll
Yeah,
get to
it
it
is.
eventually.
It does.
So she drowns, and then all the other kids are sort of left with the regret, and they disband. But the ghost of the girl comes back as a teenager 5 years later. Oh yeah, they said 5 years later, so yeah, they probably would have been 10. Anyway.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's like so like they'll be all in like a high school.
Yeah, they're in high school.
Yeah.
And at first, Jin-chan, because for some reason,
he becomes a hermit.
No. Sorry, no. For some reason, he's the only one that can see her, and at first, he thinks that she's a summer beast. He's hallucinating. It's a figment of his imagination.
Beast of the summer,
stress and everything going on in his life, but he doesn't realize it's actually.
Oh yeah, and also because like at the same time, his mom like died too. So yeah.
Well, yeah, his mom died too, and so he can't. It's not until later that he realizes that it's actually her ghost not being able to pass to the afterlife because of lingering regret, and so he's kind of a hermit. Doesn't really tell anybody that he's seeing her, and he kind of tries to keep it to himself, but then one by one he starts running into his old friends again. Well, he goes to the same school as
Honoree. Yeah. Because like she brings him like his homework.
Yeah, she brings him his homework because they're even in the same class. But then Yukiatsu and Suriko, they go to the same school, and apparently it's like close by. Then we learn that Popo has been traveling the world. Doing odd jobs here and there, but they kind of bumped into each other, and you can tell there's a lot of tension. They can't come to terms that, like, she's gone, and they've all technically been stuck in this limbo. And Jin-tan slowly starts slipping that he can see her. But
then like the others.
One.
No, yeah, sorry.
Well, even though Popo's the first one that like completely believes him, all the others don't believe him, and even Jin-tan is constantly telling Popo, "I don't really think she's back. This is most likely
like a hallucination,
Yeah, me imagining her, and she's not really here." But Popo keeps insisting, "No, man, she is," because she begins showing like things that only
like usually like open doors, like moving things, or like
she tends
or
to
like
do
if
that. And there's even times where he ends up being like the communicator between them and her. And at first, Yukiatsu, for example, thinks that he's just messing with her and with them and playing the whole game because he has lingering feelings of his own. He's pissed.
That Gintam can only see him. He's like the only one that can see him.
At first, he's pissed that he's doing this because in his mind, if she were to come back as a ghost,
all of them would be able to see him.
No, it would be him that she would
Oh.
be haunting, and because she's not
Oh
haunting
yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry.
yeah, he has the belief that um
Hey Jordan.
hey
Uh,
Jordan.
like yeah, we are talking about like Anohana, the flower we saw that day. That day. Yep, and so we are gonna go. We are currently going through the run through of it, like right now. Mhm. Oh, he says, hey Joker, you know the video that you did the theme song for like the Digimon. Oh, and he said like he actually did a version of it because of your video. Uh oh, Joker. Uh oh. Uh oh. Where's my co-host? Where's my co-host? Did she actually mute herself? Oh, my co-host. Oh, my co-host will be back in a hopefully a few bit. Oh shoot! Ah. Well, I'll pick that up later. Don't mind that. Wait, never mind. Okay, there you go. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I need to wait for my co-host because if I start without her, then she'll be a little bit miffed. But yeah, like Yukiyaki will basically he still has lingering feelings for Menma too. Like when you go throughout the series and see. Yeah, because like I can't remember all of it because like it was such a emotional ride. Real quick, let me check if my co-host is here. Oh, whoop. Sorry about that. Oh wow, fun technical difficulties, huh? Oh man, don't you guys love these technical difficulties? Well, hopefully you guys are getting entertained. Yeah, so co-host, where you at? Oh, there she is. Hey, she's back. See, there you go, guys. My co-host is back.
StreamYard with viewer comments show up. Low Vision Technology LBT1. Jordan Mahoney, The Blind World 107 PM. Hey, my friends, what's up? Jordan Mahoney, The Blind World 108.
Yeah, and like he commented that like he did a version of like the Digimon song like you did too.
Yeah, I just haven't had time to check it out. I've been busy with stuff.
So, yeah, guys.
I have no idea if you kept talking. Like,
I did kept talking and
okay, where did you like? How long did you take? So.
Oh no! Like because I waited for you because like you know.
Oh, you didn't keep talking about the anime's plot.
No.
Okay.
Well, like talk about the guy that he still had, a lingering,
No, that's what I thought. That's what I was asking. Like, did you want further, or did you just like?
No, no, I like it just a little bit because like I knew I
Okay.
had, yeah, because like
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. So he has lingering, and um, because he's kind of pissed and he wants everybody to stop, he starts pretending that he can
see her.
see her, but um, it's all fake, and they'll find out that it's been him dressing up,
Cross dressing.
yeah, cross dressing, because one of them alludes that he saw Menma, and it's this scene makes you laugh because Menma herself starts like screaming and looking for herself, and it's just like, what are you doing?
That's like okay for those parts that was I started laughing because I'm like, wait, you're a ghost and you're looking at your own for your ghost.
Yeah, it's funny. But then that's when we learn the feelings of frustration, and he keeps going on about how it's his fault, and he keeps getting mad at Jainton because Jainton
Keeps bringing it up.
Yeah, especially because he's saying, like, he's being their communicator, especially when he sees that she is saying things strictly for everybody. Like, when he keeps talking about that she's not there, immediately he looks to where she is, and all he hears is her saying, "But I am here." So Jintan finds himself in this position of like communicating what she's saying, and so he basically just says, Menma says that she's here because she is. And then he ends up divulging, thank you for the pretty hair clip. I'm sorry. And then he alludes to, I have no idea what that's about. And then he doesn't 100% believe, but that starts making Yukiatsu sort of start believing that she is there, because there's no way Jintan could have known that because he wasn't there when that event happened.
Yeah, because like later in the series too, yeah, we see a little scene where like he gives like Menma like the hair clip.
Yeah, because we keep seeing what exactly happened the day that she died, and basically is that Anaru and Yukiatsu, they both sort of began teasing Jintan to try and find out what his actual feelings for Menma were, and she asked him like if he likes her, and then instead of, I guess, admitting his feelings, because come on, they're all like 10 in that flashback, he just starts saying that she said, kind of like she's ugly, who could like, but then when he sees her, and especially because instead of just crying, she smiles, it just makes him feel even worse because he knows that what he's saying is a lie, and he just runs off. She tries to run after him, and then that's when Yukiatsu like tries to get her to stay and give her the clip, but she's like,
no,
I'm sorry, but I gotta go after Jainton, and
like hey Audrey, like if you need rest, then go take a rest,
exactly,
but
yeah, it's little things like that the anime starts to show you that, like, even though there's this whole like love triangle / love limbo, like this whole love limbo, it's very obvious that like the one that Menma always wanted, like that, even though she loves all of them, the one that would always in her heart was Jintan. And so that happens, and then we slowly get into her,
the other friends.
The reason why she came back was because of a wish, and that's literally why. So they all start trying to figure out what exactly her wish could be.
And like then like when you see that fun like montage of them just trying to figure it out too, and
it's kind of funny because at first he doesn't really want to tell the group that it's because he's trying to grant her his wish, because he's so skeptical in the whole idea. And they try a bunch of things. Like at first they try to I like how anime comes up with these sometimes name conventions to
Mm-hmm.
not outright say, but you can tell.
Nokimon.
Yeah, no, come on. I mean, I knew as soon as like there's a scene where Menma's going all about Pikachu, and
Likamon.
I'm like, oh, you've gotta be kidding me.
Pikachu. Yeah, Pikachu.
Yeah, and then they
Well, I like that was like the very first episode too.
yeah, they tried. They worked with some name, but there was one that I'm like, okay, if you didn't get all the reference, you should have known. There's at one point where they don't even like change it.
Nope.
They literally said Pigeon.
Yeah, Pidgeon
So I'm
or
like, okay, if all the other
Pidgey idiot
reference,
or
what?
something like that.
No, they literally just said Pigeon.
Really? Huh.
Yes, that's why I'm like, if any other name that if
Or
any
like or Ruby Gold.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah, they're like that too. They were like they did not like shy from that. They go on to like the river being golden, but she starts asking like, which one would it be? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what names she used, but yeah, they start
Yeah.
using names. But again, if all the references don't clue you in, the moment they say Pigeon, I'm like, okay, yeah. If even with that you don't get the then like
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. And then they even allude. It's a little bit hard because they did get a little bit more creative with some of the other names, but
Mm-hmm.
they did start alluding to other like games and like card games franchise. I think.
Mm-hmm. No. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. They did.
Yeah, but it's just some of the naming conventions were a little bit more harder for some of those to not make it as obvious. It's just come on, you hear not. It's like with the there was a part time in too. Like you hear Meg Ronalds and it's like, oh come on, like you know what they mean by that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But so they start
But then
they started doing things like that, and then
yeah, it is creative too for that too. So, yeah.
it is, and then they also start showing us her family. Like there's at one point where she goes to her house and she sees how like her mom's still grieving 5 years
Yeah.
later, and she sees that even Anaru gets sad, and it's kind of very conflicting. I will say, I it doesn't matter how many times I watch this show, I'm always thinking, where the hell are the parents?
Mm-hmm. No, no, yeah, right. Because the only one we've seen is like a Gintam's dad and like Anaru's mom.
Yeah, but still, they barely do anything. Like Anaru's mom is constantly just gelling, like fighting with her, and like sort of agreeing to like her decision instead of actually putting her foot down and parenting. And then you got Jane Tom's dad that like doesn't even care that his son's not going to school.
And like, oh, okay, cool. It's like whatever.
Yeah, and even the whole like when he
gets a job too. So yeah.
Like, you're supposed to be parenting. I get yelling at him, but you should at least be a little bit concerned. Maybe have a talk with him, trying to really figure out instead of just like agreeing and like whatever you say, kiddo. Like I'm.
let live.
Question: Where are the parents? But
you mean like the real adults?
Yeah, the real adults. I think at some point the only one, and it's funny because like I guess he had to man up. The only one really that I really see like ironically doing his job is, God damn it, Discord.
That's why I don't have my Discord up for like my computer.
I closed it. I don't know why I'm still getting notifications. It's not supposed to give me notifications if it's closed. I don't know why it's doing that.
Because like mine's closed. So yeah, because like I don't even open it.
I closed it because I had it open because of last night. Anyway.
Party. But yeah.
It's so the guy that I saw, like doing his parenting was Menma's dad, out of all people.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, he still had one last kid, but the guy who lost his daughter, which we kind of think, oh, he's gonna be grieving just like the mom. Nope. Here the guy is minding up and like, yeah, there's still a hole in my heart, but I still got another kid. I gotta make sure he ends up right. And he's the only one I really see like doing his job.
Yeah, like just like doing something, you know.
Yeah, everybody else is just like, oh, you can do whatever you want. So, end up in this whole adventure. They visit her house. They get her diary. That was another like red flag to me. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why are you? I mean, just because of what later on gets revealed, it just makes you a little bit like, okay, what are you doing? And they kind of go through it, but this is where I think he didn't realize it at first. You kind of start seeing how Jamestown doesn't really want her to go, even though he's doing everything to grant her wish.
No, yeah, because like that's when you do like slowly see that, you know, like
exactly.
Yeah,
and then
like, no.
the more it goes on, eventually, okay, so they try and figure out, and they think that launching a
rocket
to the sky could have been her wish, because as they're trying to figure out what her wish could have been, and they're remembering things, they also remember that around the time before she died,
it was like a festival too. So yeah.
No, it was
wait, no, forgot. Sorry, yeah, because
his
basically
mom was at the hospital.
And like then like you like to send a letter, you know, to God. You know?
Yeah.
Or like the well wishes for his mom.
Like there's this like steam bread, which honestly
it's steamed bread.
I'm trying to wrap my head around it, to be honest, but I think it's probably because I don't think I've ever had steam breads, and I wasn't even. I look at the screen and I'm not even sure what I'm looking at anytime they're eating the steamed breads. So.
Okay, for me, since I can't see it all, the only thing I'm thinking, okay, what do you mean by steamed bread? Like, is it like just bread, or is it like a meat bun with like, you know, with like filling inside?
I don't know, because because they talked about bacon. Like, for example, okay, when they first have it, Suriko comes over to his house because like she's trying to figure. She's like, I'm pretty sure it's him cross-dressing, but she doesn't want to just outright say it, and because she's skeptical but more inclined to believe him, she starts talking out loud and like basically telling him, but obviously Menma's around, what you need to do in order to improve. And the things she starts saying, like,
you know, like sifting the flour, you know, and adding more like baking powder and stuff, you know.
Exactly. It made me think, okay, so she's talking about the basic things that you do to
improve the bread. Yeah, you know.
But that's where I'm like, okay, why do they say steam? Like, what?
Yeah. Because steaming, because for me, it reminds me of more of like a meat bun, you know, because like that's when you steam it, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, but it did not look like a It did not look like
so visually it was more of like a baked bread, right?
That's what it looked more to me, but I don't know, because I've never had a steam. I've never.
Okay.
I've never had a steamed bread, and I've never had a meat bun, so I don't.
No. Yeah. Okay. I had a meat bun because, like, you know, it's usually.
I know what meat. I see. Here's the thing. I know what meat buns look like. Those things looked kind of weird, if I'm being honest.
No. Because like the ones that like we get for like the Asian, you know, like from the Vietnamese, it's like more like they're like round. They're round, and then like they're like a dome shape.
So I don't know about the dome shape, but in every other anime that I've seen them, and there was one in particular where you get to see a bunch of them together of like different flavors. Like in the orange anime, there's a scene where you see these bunch of, and I've seen meat buns before in anime, and usually it's this round round piece of bread that like inside has the meat or whatever, like it
Yeah,
will.
because
Me remembering that anime, they start mentioning, like I remember they said, well, instead of meat bun, they were saying more like, oh, I have a
curry or custard, or like whatever one.
it's yeah things, and I think they were, I can't remember if they were saying bun or bread, because I've also noticed that they
No, because like okay, like from what I heard too, yeah, because like it's either between bun or bread.
yeah, but they were mentioning like that, but the shapes I saw were in that round, and I especially remember in Black Butler, there's an episode, I think it's season 1. That's in one of the seasons. There's an episode
Yeah,
where
yeah, yeah, yeah.
season 1. There's an episode where they have this whole contest thing, but with like the whole curry, and Sebastian ends up making curry buns, and that I was able to see very clearly, and it was round. That's why I've gotten the
Seriously,
impression
like
that this round
curry buns do sound delicious because like biting into it and then like the curry flavor or like
Oh
the
yeah, I would
sauce.
like to try that.
I know. But oh yeah, but then I like it back to the anime because we
Exactly.
yeah.
It's just I have to mention that because I'm so. Maybe I'll just have to give it another watch and see how they look, and probably just
no,
be searching in the internet.
no, I know, but then like because like if we didn't go back, we tend to have a long tangent. So
Exactly. So anyway, so they keep trying to like make her
wish and figure out like other stuff too.
Exactly, because they're still in this whole limbo, and you have Anaru with her feelings towards Shintan, and then later on we found out that like Suriko has feelings for Yukiatsu, but they're both still so hung up on Menma.
Menma, of course.
And
well, like yeah, like
poor Popo over here is trying to grant her wish, which later on we learn why he's so gone.
Yeah, so yeah, because like all the characters here, guys, have like a lot of regret and also resentment too. So,
yeah. So, before they can even get to launch the rocket, they find out that like a official at the festival committee doesn't want to let them, and it turns out it's Menma's dad, because when he finds out, he told his wife, and his wife basically was like, no, we need to shut this down. It's kind of messed up because, okay, if you had such a problem, why did you give them her diary instead of just being straight with them like the adult you're supposed to be? This is my problem. She is fine with it. She gives them a diary, but then when they come back to try and figure it out after, Jintan's having doubts because Menman got really mad and like started kind of crying when she found out that they went the first time.
Yeah, I like go without her.
Yeah, because she does not. She thinks that like her mom forgetting is for the best, and her and Jintan get into this huge argument because of it. That's too bad.
Again, I like a lot of drama, guys.
Yeah, there's a lot of drama between them. So she basically
like real quick too. Like the fun parts too. It's like when you see
them, and that's when you find out that she not only is she grieving. There's clear hatred towards the other kids because she. Yeah. I mean, it is messed up, and I think it's because
she clearly says it too. It's like, why did like she have to die? And you guys are still alive. She clearly says
that's the thing. The way that she says it, it's clear. I mean, even the Menma's brother says it a little bit later. She has like in the 5 years she doesn't go out of the house, so she has not really had the professional help to really
That-
grieve this loss, in the
Grieve, and
last
also,
5 years. So that's
and
why.
also, like she has like another kid too. So yeah.
Yeah, she has another kid, but she's so focused on the one she lost, she barely has
Notice
paid
them,
attention to the second one. So the second one
Mhm.
has a little bit of
Resentment too.
resentment towards all of this. And then when she starts screaming at the other kids, kind of like, yeah, why? Like, you're also grown up, and like her basically saying it's not fair. Um, Obviously, she calls her Mako. Is stuck in time. Like, her time is frozen. It's not fair. And she basically starts screaming at them, like, why did she have to die?
Mhm.
Basically implying, if it had to be anybody, why her child out of all people? And it's messed up. And so they all just leave because they realize it's not a good idea to be there.
No.
And then they get into another freaking argument, which it's a constant at this point.
Hey, Carrie, how are you?
Hi, Carrie. So they get into another argument. Ooh, Jinton tries going to school a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
A disaster, because he likes to pretend that he's well cool, but he's a
loser.
He's well, that, but he's also a nervous.
Nervous, cause like nervous, and then like have like anxiety, being around.
I think he's just a nervous. What's the word? Loose wreck.
Nervous.
And so anytime he has to, you can tell he does. I do believe he does suffer from anxiety. I mean, it's funny, but if you kind of think about it, like the first time we see him trying to go to school, you see him mentioning, the sun, it's hot. People,
Yeah.
the sun is hot, and he's in this mantra. And then, like, when he's almost, and you see him kind of like hunch up, and I can't remember what he's wearing, but he's wearing some things, which even Menma questions him. And then towards the end of the mantra, all you hear from him is, I'm gonna be sick. And it's funny in the moment, but if you analyze a little bit more, it's like, oh shit, this poor guy suffers from anxiety, and
he does.
He's been gone from school, and now he's trying to instead of
that, and because remember, like he locked himself
again, because
in his house for 5 years.
Because the father hasn't. No,
Made
it hasn't.
him go.
And he has not locked himself for 5 years. They very clearly explained that it was not until recently. How I understood that is they all kind of like
do they
close them. Yeah, they don't really in words, but it's explained a little bit well that they all kind of closed themselves off to everything, and they kind of went all their separate ways while trying to keep on with their lives and their grief. And it is explained that he still was going through life and everything, and it wasn't until like maybe a little bit before
I think it's like because
and they're telling him he's they're all first years, so it really has not been that long since
like probably like he probably still went through like middle school, but then not really much of like his high school.
Exactly, for his high school, that's when the whole shut in, because I just think nobody took these. Here's also one of my other problems. Nobody took these children to actual therapy to get
therapy or counseling too.
Yeah, and counseling, so they could get over the loss of their friend, and so they're kind of forced to just move on. And then I think,
and also for Gintam, why hasn't he been expelled already too? Since he has missed so much school, Because because like, it's like, because
I don't know. Okay, one, the school system's a little bit different over there. And two, this is anime, dude.
I
A
know,
lot of
I know,
times
I know, but then like but then like that was
they're for
it's still like the one thought that was running through my mind, even though I'm like,
exactly, and I mean they
mm,
haven't
you know, but
like
even though like
wait. Oh, okay. I was for a moment. I was like,
no, because okay, even though I
yeah.
know it's anime logic, but then like logically, it's like, why hasn't he been like expelled already, So yeah,
Well, maybe they're trying to work with him because I think he's only like he's talking like they told us he went to school for a little bit, then he
no,
stopped,
yeah,
and
he
he's
did.
talking about that it's summer. So I'm assuming that he's only been gone for a bit of like the first semester of school because
Yeah.
at some point in the anime like it ends up they start going into um
The fall season.
fall semester, and I
Mhm.
think because based on what I've seen,
Yes,
instead
because
of
you're like you
just
have enough vision for the visuals.
no, it's just because I've watched other anime and I've read things for like my own characters, and this is where I've learned that if like unless they've done things to like warrant expulsion, like say getting into trouble, fights, things like that, they don't outright consider like expelling them. They kind of give them a chance to
Redeem
let them
themselves.
decide, and even like let them have the option of whether they still want to try and come back to school and continue the education, or if they want to give up and stop. And that's why, like, I don't know if you remember, but there's a scene a little bit later on where one of the neighbors,
Popo.
Gus,
Oh yeah, like the neighbor.
asks
Like,
his dad, and they're alluding to that, like, has given up. So,
okay, yeah, so sorry for that.
yeah. So,
Like Valentine's, yeah. So better keep on moving because it's like almost like 40 minutes already.
don't rush me. It's okay if we take at least 2 hours, dude. We gotta explain things.
Hey, okay, I'm just saying,
We don't need to rush things. Just calm down. I mean, you can also imply some of the summary. I'm just trying to get through all of the importance without getting hung up in all the little details.
Details. I know.
It's just there's some things that are important, and like sometimes we skip or like we're not really going in order. It's just like here's the summary. Okay, so
I know. Just keep going.
okay, so let's see.
School, and then like you saw him.
Oh yeah, so they're trying to figure this out. Jintan decides to get a job, and he starts working at the same store that Anaru works at.
And like coincidentally, like they work at a game shop too. So yeah.
Yeah, they work at a game shop, but then he also starts working at a
construction
place.
And yeah, well, like
oh yeah, and after oh my god, I kind of said the order wrong. They find out that they like before they're told that they can't do the fireworks or like the rocket thing. They had almost all of the money, and that's when they're told actually
like they can't
do it. Yeah.
Yes.
But sorry, go ahead.
No. But then like if they decide to do it anyways, but then also like I forgot that one guy's name, like the cross-dresser's name.
Yukiatsu.
Yeah. Him and shoot, I keep getting the other girl.
Suriko.
Yeah, Suriko go to like Menma's dad.
Yeah, because they want to figure out who actually put a stop to it, and they can convince him, and then he just pours his heart out about how he's still in love with his daughter, and it makes me feel bad for the girls here because, like, I understand, but how can you be so dense and heartless to say things like this when they're giving you clear signs that they like you?
Yeah.
And yet you don't give a crap.
And you just
looking at you, Jintan.
Uh-huh.
He does the same too with poor Anaru.
Yeah.
And but Yukiatsu's even worse because Yukiatsu he asks it twice. He tells Anaru that they should start dating each other. So he's even worse. At least Jintan he's from his feelings, and even if he can't Menma, he's not like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna bounce one of the other girls. No, he's like, this is who I like, even if I can't have her.
But then, like also, like you would be also like a good second best too.
Yeah, I think that's what he realized is that like there's no way he could replace her. That's why the idea of like dating
I like
Anaru doesn't
Anaru,
even
yeah.
cross his mind, even though it's heartbreaking. But then Yukiatsu's even worse because like he's like,
yeah, he is.
I can't have you. Oh, Anaru's available. Yeah, I'll have Anaru. And then poor Suriko, it's like, I know I can't have you, but maybe what happened is enough. And it's like,
maybe like because like for her it's like, oh yeah, just being near him is like good enough, or just helping him is good enough.
yeah, but then she slowly starts realizing it's not really because she still does things to try and get his attention, even though she claims to like she knows.
Okay, like throughout the series too, I like her and Anaru's just like moments where like they just pour their hearts out. I like those.
Well, they
scenes.
do.
Yeah,
and they try to like get each of them, especially Anaru constantly tries to get Jintan's affections, and it's that I don't blame her because he is just very kind to all of them, and even moments where they're talking bad about her because although she didn't do anything, she didn't want anybody, she was seen by apparently a teacher near Love Hell.
Yep. Yeah, like so what they call it.
So everybody just started assuming, and because that's when
and spreading rumors and just like as usual, like the usual high school like stuff.
Yeah, and because that's the same time that Jintan comes back to school, he creates this whole show of like shouting and saying, and that's another case of his anxiety kind of because like I understand being sort of unsure, but the way his tone of voice, how he starts saying it's like
I like when he goes, oh yeah, she only has a level toe face.
Oh yeah, so he gets slams his hands on his desk and goes what the hell, guys? I've been gone for so long. Like, you guys can see her anytime. Then he's like, don't ignore me, god damn it. And it's just in this way that you're just like, you are a nervous wreck. Okay.
I actually didn't this well because you inspired me.
More down. Because like there is a lot more comments that you missed. More.
Audrey's here.
Yeah, I told you. Keep going. There's more. There you go. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I just wanted to check just in case we got anybody talking to us or asking any questions.
No, like they were just like paying attention to us and then just saying hi, saying hi to each other.
So there's that, and then Jintan even starts talking to Satoshi, who is Menma's younger brother, and he talks about how he barely remembers her, but when he does, like that's definitely her. But then he also starts talking a little bit about
we can't forget like the super peace what's that group?
Super Peace Busters.
Yeah, their group name.
Yeah, because again, we're talking about 10-year-olds. So when they were little, they all decided. Jintan decided, because he was the leader of the group, they were going to be the Super Peace Busters who had to defend the peace of the world.
Well, come on, right? Like we're all like like kids of that age. We did like a lot of that stuff.
Oh, I can't judge. I was doing the Naruto run in the playgrounds around that age, and if anybody,
I didn't do the Naruto run.
I know you didn't, but if anybody that has watched Naruto knows that run. You probably did it at some point, even though it looks stupid. It is honestly not a realistic.
I mostly did like a Power Rangers, so yeah.
Yeah, there's that too.
And
But
I even had the toy weapons too, so yeah.
oh my god.
I did. I'll admit it. I had the like the Mighty Morphin like weapons.
I can't. I can't. We had a few of like Pokemon stuff, so I can judge anyway. So I'll probably go into that.
Later.
Time anyway. So they're going through that. He starts showing his resentment about how his mom has barely paid any attention to him, and it's been hard on him. And Jintan kind of like sends an invitation to the rocket launch thing they're doing,
party thing,
and then that's when he starts realizing that like he kind of doesn't want her to go. And then we get a scene where this is where I believe that they're not telling us like in words, but they're with the visuals, and Wendo's telling us how she could have like drowned, especially since he had ran off and she was looking after him, because it's that she's near like
water,
river, like water, and she sees what is known as a koi fish, and he like she stabs him something, and then I mean we briefly see little moments, like there's a moment much earlier where
so I like the flashbacks running. Too. So I think like like she was chasing after him, then like she went like she accidentally like side the koi fish, then like she tripped.
Well, I mean she was going. I mean how they explain it is he runs off, she goes after him, and I don't even think that he like thought she was going to still be looking after him, because he even goes home. He starts talking about like, oh, I would apologize
tomorrow.
Then tomorrow, the next, everything would be fine. And then he's just like, how could I have known that tomorrow would never come? I remember that's at the beginning when they're kind of showing you little by little, and even the dad goes in. He's like, Jintan, minimize, and they don't finish it, but you kind of know what he's like into. So
because for me, I pieced it together like as much as I could, even though I couldn't see the visuals, but then like those little pieces actually do help.
Yeah. So the belief is that while she was looking for Jintan, she just fell down the river, and I've always believed that because of like what Popo says afterwards. Oh, okay, then that's probably what happened.
No, because like remember, like he said, like near the end, he was standing there, watching everything.
Yeah, he alludes to it a little bit, and he tries to, but it's not until much later that he like decides to say that he saw her. Let's turn that off for now. So they managed to do the rocket. For some reason, she's still there, and then she also finally, she doesn't tell them yet, but she finally remembers what her actual wish is, and as she's looking at the portrait of Jintan's mom, she has brief communications with her that way, just talking to, and she says, I know, but they really want to show me that rocket, so just wait a little bit longer. Meaning that like she remembered, because I think you probably realized it.
No, I know, because like basically she doesn't really remember. Like she's just like, okay, the way that they did it was like really good.
Yeah, because, but she finally the scene where like he he comes back home and like she mentions that his nails are dirty and she
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he starts crying uncontrollably and he starts like making up some shit.
No, yeah, but then like she also slowly tells him too. Oh, oh,
She kind
hello,
of like keeps looking at him. She's trying to get a
hello.
really like she
Oh,
gets
okay,
this
there
look
it is. There you are.
on her face,
Joker, you there?
and then she's like,
Joker, hello.
she like wraps her arms around.
Hello, Joker. Hello. Uh oh, Joker. Uh oh, Joker. Joker. Uh oh.
Okay.
Hello.
Let me see. Talk.
Hello.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Like
Hello?
yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can because like you were for a good like 2-3 minutes you were cutting out.
You were cutting out too.
Huh. Yeah, because like I was like, hello. Huh.
Yeah, you began cutting out when you began. That's why I was like, hold on, are you telling me something?
No, but we could because like I was like, hello too, because like yeah, so I guess we both heard each other really cutting out. I was like, hello, what's going on?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so basically she remembers that her wish was to make Jintan cry because she
made a promise.
she remembered
to,
that she made a promise. Yeah.
To like a Gintan's mom.
Yeah. And
truthfully, like that was a nice review too.
no, yeah, and especially when because they're all that's while she's having that realization before telling him we
Uh-oh. Hello? Sorry, guys. Hey, T-Blaze, how are you?
been a little bit before that they decided to reenact that whole scene of when they were little. It was such a huge mess.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because like somehow like you cut out for a bit.
Do I have to repeat myself then?
No, I think it's my internet because like it's being weird right now. So I'm hoping that it was still asked. Oh, and hey, T-Blaze, how are you?
Hello, welcome to this crazy stream. Prepare.
Yeah. It's like so. All I heard was like the secret, and then she made a promise to her mom.
Okay, so she made a promise to mom. So then we move on to all of them at this
the emotional part.
The emotional, yeah, and all of them dirtying out their laundry. Anru basically saying that she wanted Memba to go to heaven because then she would have a shot with Jintan. Suriko revealing that even though she was never jealous of Menma and she didn't outshine her, she's jealous of Anru because she knows that once Menma leaves, she's gonna become the favorite. Then Anru basically tells Yukiatsu that Suriko's in love with him, and then Jintan kind of like reveals, I want her to go to heaven, but
I still want
technically
her,
I didn't want her to leave, and then I was happy that I was the only one that could see her, and then that's when Popo breaks down and explains that the reason why he wants her to go to heaven so badly is because
I like his scene. He's like his scene. Just
yes, it's very especially because they've all had specific reasons, but he alludes like he mentions it like this whole time he because he explains he saw her when the river takes her like
mm-hmm.
before she couldn't do anything, and then he explains he's like we have to because he says we have to do it all the time, won't forget it, and then he reveals that he still sees her. So that image of and he says it like he's like we have to do it otherwise like I can't take it anymore. I keep seeing it. I see Menma as the river takes her
away.
Takes her away. I was so scared. I'm still scared now, and all I can see is the river taking away my friend, and that gives you so much depth.
I like and yes, T-Rays, yes, you are seeing a loud Hawaiian blue flamingo shirt. So yeah.
Yes.
Because he does have eyeballs, so he's more of like the low vision side. So yeah. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
That's why I'm sometimes checking in if we have to interrupt to see the comments. Don't worry.
No, yeah. So he does explain, like where like he sees his friend being taken out by the river.
Yeah, and it's very emotional how he breaks
it
down.
Is truthfully, yeah, because like
they all plan to like, okay, Jane Tom's gonna get Menma and they're all gonna meet at their secret base. But then when he gets home, he sees her like kind of like laying down, sort of, I guess, translucent.
Yep, like just like slowing, starting to like disappear.
Exactly, and that's when she reveals that her true wish and the reason why she came back was to try and make Jintan cry, and that's when he kind of realizes like hold on, the reason you came back was for my sake, like oh my god. And then he gets her on her back and runs all the way to the secret base. These guys don't understand, and all they have is a moment of they're like starting to ask him, and then all of a sudden, because she gets off his back, and at this point, because of how translucent she's becoming, the only way he can like he can hear her, but he can't see her anymore because she's starting to disappear. So
unless slowly, just like slowly disappear.
Yes, unless he touches her or she touches him, that's why she leaps off, and then all you see is him screaming her name. Mm-hmm. And then we live off with they go on this massive hide and seek game.
Yep, hide and seek, and then just running around and just shouting her name.
Yeah, and then they realize that like she left them some letters, and they all just tell her how they found her, and each individually tells her how much they love her, and then she's finally able to pass on with a smile. And then the anime leaves you in an open-ended question because we get a monologue portion of Jintan speaking, and it kind of leaves you in this open-ended question of did they only just move on with their lives, or did she actually reincarnate and they end up finding her at some point? We don't know.
Yeah. Oh, and also like her wish, like also the other part to it too, besides the mom, was to be reincarnated too. So yeah.
Oh yeah, she wanted to. The main reason she wanted that wish to be granted, and she wanted to pass on to heaven, so she could be reincarnated and then see her friends and play with them again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like, all in all, like, hey, like, it's a good 11-episode anime, and like to me, it felt like one long movie though. It's like a long emotional movie. Yeah. And I like how it's like paced too,
Oh yeah, it's very well done, especially the way that they reveal things.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and also like each character has like a growth, growth.
Yeah, they all have their growing up, and at the end you feel that they moved on certain things. There's other things that they don't really say if they resolve, but at least you can kind of think that
Mm-hmm.
they probably ended up with a happy ending, whichever it was.
Well, like yeah, because like we can all speculate, So yeah. But yeah, I say
I hope at least one of the girls got a good ending.
hopefully, because come on, man, like, come on, man, like they do deserve it.
Yeah, but who knows?
Oh, and also, yeah. So I would say, what do you think? Would it be more of like a good first watch, or like, or like I say, like watch a couple more anime and then watch this?
I mean, it depends. Like, if you like these sort of
Drama,
slice of
romance.
life, drama, romance, with like
Mhm.
all of the symbolism that it has, then I think you, as a first watcher, because it's not as complex as some of the other anime, you don't have to know a lot about some of the anime tropes. I don't even think you have to know a lot about
No, like because
sorry, about
because like
even just
like
Japanese culture as a whole.
no, like because I agree, because like you can just really sit down, and then like if you just like just watch it and then pay attention, yeah, like you're gonna get like basically like the whole thing, and it's a short anime too, so like you don't have to just like sit there and just grind like the whole 11 episodes, even though you can, because like the story is really good though too.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Um, but
because like
I
because like
think that's what you could
it's
do. And then if
because
just
like
saying, if you if you've watched anime for a while, and say if you like things like Your Lie in April or Clannad, for example, then
mhm.
you'll end up liking Anohana, even if
Yeah, or like
if it
the
steals your heart.
or like I say I love you, or teasing Master Takagi-san. That was a good too. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was leaning more on that symbolism and
Hmm.
like more
Yeah, yeah.
emotional in terms of like death. That's why I specifically mentioned Your Lie in April and
Oh
Clan.
yeah, for sure. Uh, your line April will break your heart.
Yeah, those two. That's why I'm like, if you liked things like that specifically, then I think yeah, this one's
Yeah.
a good one. You can watch it, or if you can still see a little and you can see and you really like the visuals and like just the animation of anime, then you're really gonna like this one because the art style is really good, and some of the visuals, especially how they paint some of the scenes with like the flashbacks and the symbolism, is it's
Hmm.
very beautiful. I'm not gonna lie.
It is. Well, yeah.
I guess we move on to the characters now.
Well, it's like a 2 hours already too. So
We can still toes. I don't understand. Let me see. What time is it? It's only been an hour. I don't know.
are you sure it's an hour? You say it's an hour. I say it's 2 hours already.
Dude, we started at 1. It's 14. That means it's 2. What do you
Oh
mean
shoot.
it's been 2 hours?
Oh my gosh, dude! Like, yeah, my Asian time is way off. My bad, guys. My bad. No,
That's why
seriously.
I'm like, why do you want to rush it so badly?
No,
You understand if it
Okay,
actually were like
no.
2
Here's the
hours
thing.
already.
Here's the thing. I'm trying to, keep in mind like people that are watching later too. So my bad. Shit, sorry. No, don't worry. Like we
I
have like.
mean, I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing that I've learned based on things I've watched and based on even my last stream. It doesn't matter if it's live or not. People are willing to watch.
I know, but I still just want to keep that in mind. But don't worry, we still have a extra half an hour or like more, so don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to go the whole hour. If we end up talking about the characters, then we can just end it there. I just feel like we have to there's things we should cover, and then instead of going into a tangent like usual, we can just end it.
I know. See, so this is why, guys, having a like a many different co-hosts with many better ideas than you helps.
I don't know if my ideas are any better, but okay.
Okay, fine. Nah, you know what? No, yeah, any better. Well, either way, we all have fun ideas. Sometimes that work, sometimes that don't, and sometimes this goes
Yeah.
off into two things.
I mean,
So
we don't have to
okay,
go into a whole lot about the characters. We can just say a couple of things.
I know, but don't worry. No. I say like 8 hours. I agree. Yeah, because like an hour like is still too short. So I just give it like an extra half an hour. But I say I'm gonna toss it to you, even though like you did a lot. But I'm guessing like
No. You talk, sir. Like, cause I did most of the summary. I think you should be the one to start us off with the characters.
okay. You know
What
what?
your opinions?
You know what? I'm just gonna go with probably like just like maybe one or two of the characters that I really went towards.
Mm-hmm.
One is probably like Honoru.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like I like it, but like even though like they have gone a separate ways, but then I like how like she still sticks around and tries to get like a Gintom out out of like his slumping. Yes, I know like she still like secretly still likes him, but I like it, how like she does come by and and drop off his homework and then just tells him, hey,
I like how she grows because
yeah,
I do admit at first it like her archetype is interesting, but I I never liked her in the beginning because in the beginning she's just trying to fit in and go
yeah,
with
no,
the
no, no,
flow
yeah,
with everybody else. So
no,
I like
yeah,
that she
yeah,
eventually
because
grows
like she's the
her
type that
arc.
that just like you said, just follows along like wherever group that like she's in, and does,
Yeah.
and like
I
yeah,
like that
okay,
she does go beyond that at the end.
no, yeah, it's like so yeah, you do see that at the beginning, but then later, you slowly see her, like you said, grow,
Exactly.
yeah,
Okay.
that and also like she's still in, into into gaming too. So you see her like like them like when they try to find her copy of gold, see her like like her just like collection, and then just like her just like organizing everything. It was entertaining.
Oh yeah, that was neat to kind of
Mhm.
learn how like how organized she is, and
Yeah,
she has things labeled.
yeah, and then like the other one was probably Suduru.
Osuriko.
Yeah, I like Kasuru because I like how like she's like logic too. But then also, episode 8 near the end, you know how like we see like Gemenma cook, right?
Yeah.
And then like she goes twice, right, and just hugs tight like Anu. Like she goes, she goes like, I forgot what she said. She goes, I'm not used to seeing this. I'm not really,
Oh, it's
comprehending this.
back. It's back and forth. Like
Yeah,
Andrew hugs her first, like because they're all freaking out, but Andrew hugs, and she's like, "I'm sorry, I'm just freaking out," and then she's like,
yeah,
I understand, but what does that? She's like, I understand, but don't choke me. And then when something else weird happens, then
yeah,
you see her
yeah,
hugging Andrew and trying to choke her.
yeah, yeah. See,
Yeah, I, I liked Suriko too.
yeah.
Again,
So
I felt bad. She's an interesting character because
yeah.
she.
But then also probably like an honorable mention from me is Popo.
Yeah. So
Yeah, because yeah, so yeah.
yeah, I did like Suriko just because I feel she's logical, but she wasn't trying to like push herself as much
Mhm.
onto Yukiatsu on like
Mhm.
Enru with Jintan.
Mhm.
And I even though he ends up growing as a character, I do not like Yukiatsu at all. He's an asshole.
You know what? I'm gonna agree with that because like, yeah.
Yeah, he's an asshole. I mean, he's hung up on Menma. Then he finds out that like Suriko likes him, but his reaction is just like, "Oh, I didn't know." Well, he's been trying to like hook up with Andrew, and I'm just like, "Yeah, you're an asshole." So I don't like him at all. I feel bad for Popos. To me, he's kind of like an honorary
Remember, but
mention,
then
but I feel
but
that
then
if he,
also like a lovable character too.
he's a lovable character, I just feel that if he would have had more guidance, he probably could have been better at dealing his own pain. And then Andre, like I said, I didn't like her at the beginning, but later on she grows on me. Although I'd say she's like in the middle because she tries to push her own feelings
Mm-hmm.
way too much onto Jameton, even though she realizes that he likes Menma, and I'm like, I I wish she would have handled all of that a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh, real quick. I like a T-Blaze. Like I think that'll be a good anime to watch. I like the cyberpunk one. Okay, for us, for me and Joker, we sometimes want like audio description, but if you pay attention to the story, you would get the
is
anime
he
too.
doesn't mentioning on the description? Let me check.
Yeah, he did.
Speech on top. Team plays 1:59 p.m. LOL. Team plays 2:02 p.m. Not my eyeballs, but I have some here with me. LOL, carry on. Team plays 2:02 p.m.
Uh, I don't know if they will add it for some part for like for the anime, but like depending on the anime Blaze, like you will like get the story. You know, even even though like you can't see the visuals, but like you will get it.
At some point.
Well, see it. Okay, at
Go
this
go
point
go.
you have to come with terms that
Mm-hmm.
even though anime it's been booming, especially now, the reality is it's still a niche area when it comes to the entertainment business, especially because what we think of anime is
Mm-hmm.
completely different of what actually animation is, which is what anime is short for. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we often just associate it with anime from Japan, where the whole world is more like anime is animation, and animation falls into a whole lot of categories. This is why
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people don't like when you say this, but it's the reality when you say, "Oh, Avatar: The Last Airbender was an anime," or
Well,
uh,
I still consider that.
Voltron, Legendary Defenders, things like that, because they have like they were made by American like companies, but the art style, and I'm like, it still falls. So
Yeah, it
the
does still
thing
fall
is, because it's so small,
and niche.
out in niche outside of Japan, I don't see it yet having an audio description. I think we're going to have to wait and see um what happens. I also think that if you really want it in a concise and polite manner, to maybe email these companies, because the reality is, like, if we want something, we have to let the people know.
Mm-hmm.
And personally, for myself, even though I have mentioned it a couple of times in some of the forums that these companies have for you to let them know what features you may want, I haven't brought it up as much because personally, I I can still get the story with or without audio description. And I feel that, like, as a low vision or partial, you tend to have a little bit more of an advantage than if you were totally, because there are some things that
Mm-hmm.
even though you may miss out a little bit, you can still catch it on
Catch it and figure. Okay, here.
and
Like
figure out, or even if you're rewatching it for a second time, you
or
may end up,
third time.
yeah, you may end up catching it more.
Yeah,
But
because like here Blaze, I'm more of like the fully blind, and I still enjoy anime, and yes, what I love like to get the references to the visuals, like a Joker says, but for me personally, I still enjoy anime because of the stories and and like and piecing the story. Even yes, I can't see the visuals is still like obtainable. You can still piece it together.
Well, I mean, I only
Yeah.
mentioned the visuals with this anime because of how it
Is
is.
I know
And
because
because I mentioned, even if you're sighted, and there's a lot of sighted people that when it comes to this medium, a lot of the times,
they're mostly focusing on the visuals, though, you know. So yeah.
well, they do focus on the story, but their category of what makes them watch an anime falls into more than ours. Like, for
Yeah.
example, we may only be like, okay, I care about story, characters. If those are good, my checkbox are like, for me, my checkbox are checked, and if the visuals are pretty, that's more of a bonus. But
Hmm.
sighted people, often their checkbox are
The art
if they
style,
have a good
you know, the
story, good
visuals, you know. Yeah.
characters, and then good art style. And that's why you'll see some
Yeah.
people who aren't into the whole
New notification from Discord. Ray-in.
2D art style, and they really don't like the sci-fi. Sorry, that's more what I meant. The sci-fi art sort of art style and animation. They just CGI. Sorry, not sci-fi. Oh my god, CGI. There we go. CGI that some anime sometimes use. Some people just are not a big fan of it, and they will not watch
Oh
something.
no, like T Blaze. Trust me, I have the same problem when a anime scene opens and there's a long scene of just action and no dialogue. Yeah, and just a lot of just visual stuff. Yeah, so I get that too. I like Blaze. Don't worry.
Netflix, but unfortunately the English track does not have audio description. I'm hoping they add it.
More.
Button comments. Button comments. Button
All I'm getting is new comments. It's not.
button comments. At some point. Button comment. Button comments.
Yeah.
See, it's not going further. The
Tab
house.
selected 2 of 2.
Come
Comments
on.
button.
No, yeah, because like he's saying like the anime Cyberpunk, like when he watches it, like the first episode, like opens up, where like has like a lot of action parts, and then and like then like the auto description like would help him out with that, so it kind of threw him off like a little bit.
Button comments. Button comments.
Ah, maldita sea esto.
Say it louder. No, yeah, I like it. Yeah, yeah, T Blaze. Don't worry, I get that a lot. Huh? I think I know a couple anime that I could recommend you, man. Cause like I think that you would like. Joker, where you at? Co-host, where you at? Woman, now, woman. Uh oh. I guess my co-host's computer issue has slumped. Well, guys, I'll probably end this now because I don't know how when my lovely co-host will be back. I don't know what's going on, but hey, oh well, I'll give her a bit of time before I end. Yeah, but don't worry. Let me double check something real quick, guys. Okay. There you go. Okay. Had to double check something real quick. But you know what? Hey, hopefully you guys enjoyed the anime. Well, the anime talk and me just sometimes being an idiot and, you know, having a trying to rush this. I apologize for that. But hey, if you like this, please give me a sub and then give me a thumbs up. And also, hey, if you feel like it, hey, you can catch me on Twitter when I get Twitch when I get my thing up, it's a blind_toes, and catch me on Twitter too. If you want to see me, some of my fun conversations there too. And let's see. And also, I want to give a thanks to T Blaze. Don't forget to check him out on Twitch. T Blaze. He does Sunday night fights like MK and KOF, some other games, and maybe some golfing game and like some Madden. So don't forget to check him out on Twitch too. And I want to thank you, Audrey Sims and Jordan Mahoney, and also Chris from Low Vision Podcast or LVT. So hey guys, and I want to thank to my lovely co-host or my normal co-host that keeps me in line. Sometimes that does her best to keep me in line. Joker Alice. Don't forget to check out her channel too at Joker Alice, and Archive Online at Joker Alice, and Wattpad too at Joker Alice, and on Twitter at Joker Alice, same name. And this is Blind Who's. And remember, if you're not trying, then you're not learning. So, hey guys, again, thank you. Bye.